Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Three Nerds on a Sunday, where three nerdy friends talk about all things nerd, geek, and pop culture related. I am one third of the nerd, Sonny, and the other two nerds that make up this table are Manny and Frank. What's up, guys?
Hello.
Pop culture.
Wow, that was spirited.
Very spirited. So spirited. My head so smack.
That wasn't even a Halloween pun. Look at that.
We are
That is a pretty good beat.
It's great.
How is that not a rap song yet?
Oh, it probably is somewhere.
Somewhere.
Someone's probably mixed it together.
Everything's
Oh,
a
yeah.
rap song.
I'm almost certain they did. Someone mixed the Mandalorian beat to a rap song. I'm gonna say I'm not too much of a fan of new rap in like past I don't know 8 years, but that shit was hard. That shit was cool shit.
Didn't The Rock just do a rap song?
Yes, he did. Check your
Did?
messenger. I sent you the link to it.
Is it
Oh
good?
my god.
He
Has to
better
be
than I
good.
expected because my expectations were low as shit.
Is he yelling?
But, no.
Is he Will
I don't.
Smith rapping?
Kind of, yeah. I mean,
Will
he
Smith,
doesn't really have flow, but like he's not terrible either. If that makes sense.
So is he just like being like Maui the whole time?
No.
All this money, and all I want to say is thank you.
No, he stupid. He had a verse on the new Tech Nine song "Face Off," and
Oh,
it was the song's actually pretty good
heard
overall. Yeah, but his verse was okay. I mean, for being a multi-bajillionaire with a lot of monies and all the muscles in the world, it wasn't terrible. Better, better than Shaq, better than Roy Jones Jr. So take that for what you will.
It was funny because he was in The Matrix Reloaded. I was watching it again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, it's Roy Jones.
Who?
Fucking Roy Jones Jr.
Oh, I thought you were talking about The Rock.
No.
Oh. He was the actual Rock. Oh shit. So anyway,
We gotta get
um,
more let go. They're gonna fuck shit up.
Shut up. That's so stupid.
Is that for real?
That's for real.
I gotta listen to that later.
I can't.
Yeah, it's legit for real. It is a thing.
What if he just makes a song about all his movie titles and the whole song is just him listing all the titles as fast as he can in a rap style.
It might work because The Rock.
The Mummy, Walking Tall. Da-da-da-da.
Drop it. No. What's the song? The Rundown. The Rundown.
And then
Game
what's the
plan.
and he's like, and guess what? Black Adam. And then he just ends the song. Like, yeah.
That's it. Just drop the mic and leave, please.
Yeah. That was the latest project. He's like, yeah.
Oh shit.
We had
I
too
kind of
much
want
fun.
to see. Oh yeah, wait. A lot of things. Oh boy. Before this turns to the Rock episode, let's go ahead and jump into some quick news real quick. Any Peaky Blinder fans out there?
Oh,
It is.
I like it, but I haven't watched that much of it.
Well, I think you should watch it. Damn good show. It is coming to an end. 2023, the showrunner and everything was like, yeah, we're gonna start filming the film that will conclude the whole story of the Peaky Blinders, and we have that to look forward to. I believe there's 6 seasons out. So I don't know how long the movie is going to be. But we are getting at least one last thing, and not like Deadwood, like I don't know, 100 years later, and one character, an
That
actor
was
died.
weird, right?
We'll
All of a
cast.
sudden they're like, "Hey, remember this show?"
You remember this thing
for it.
I love?
Well, there's a movie.
So why is that like a trend? Like,
Um,
take a show that's so long format, and all of a sudden they're like, "Well, here's an hour and a half that has no context for anybody who hasn't watched the show."
well, I think, so I think for something like a lot of shows, like again, like Deadwood never got that proper send off, and this was their opportunity to say, we're sorry, and give some kind of closure to the whole series. Peaky Blinders, I think they want to go for one last cash grab in this case. See if they can get a couple bucks from somewhere, something. Because, I mean, popular on Netflix. Yeah, I don't know about the Peaky Blinders, but usually when a show gets a movie, it's because they were canceled too early or fans wanted like one more piece of media, like Psych got two movies.
So it's kind of easier for them to reboot it that way.
Yeah, it's like a reboot or like a quick like we know this for the fans, it won't make money a lot or what it could make, but we rather, you know, please this little group because I haven't seen the many Saints of Newark, but that's my dad saw it. He says it helps to watch the series again. You know the characters and you understand everything before it happens, and it kind of gives you more context to it. You can watch it by yourself if you just want like a gangster film, but it's a lot better if you watch the whole series. So
And that's
it's
what
one of
I'm
those.
doing.
Yeah.
I
So
just want to buy one of those little hats. Wear it.
and possibly what it is too that like in a movie, you get a bigger budget and you can make it look even better because like sometimes in shows they are a little too ambitious nowadays, and if you look at like the shows on CW, ambitious, then some of it looks good, some of it looks really bad. They just need a little bit more money, so it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they try to spend it on the effects, but then they still end up looking not that good.
Yeah. So that could be it too. They want to give like a proper send off. Make it look real extra pretty like so. I'll be looking forward for that. It's still a long ways away, but at least we know that there is an end game here for it all. So it just won't disappear and be like, "Fuck you guys, we'll come back in 10 years and make a season 7." Um, my last piece of news. I don't know if you guys saw the trailer. The trailer for the new movie Resident Evil. Welcome to Raccoon City. Don't know why
Is
that's
it?
in the.
It's a live
Yeah,
action or is it cartoon or
it's
CGI?
live. It's live action. Um. So let me preference this by saying I don't care because I really enjoy the Resident Evil stuff. I don't care about the story. I don't find it that engaging. It's kind of cool, but I don't really care. I'm more to see people fight zombies, different kind of infected, and just mess some stuff up. Uh, with this trailer, it looks. I'm gonna borrow a saying that someone just said, or not a saying. I'm gonna quote one of the guys from Double Toasted. He said, "This looks like a well-funded CW movie." And what I mean by that is a younger cast. The effects, honestly, the effects don't look. They look fine, but they're definitely not like
Pretty
blockbuster.
spot on.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
because I believe the budget was only $40 million, and again, it's fucking weird to say that $40 million is not enough, but with something like this, and I think they, especially when you show like the main monsters in each game, whatever, they definitely need a little bit more than $40 million because there's gonna be a lot of CGI, a lot of monster work.
It's kind of crazy
But
how Resident
what-
Evil has gotten so many movies, so many shows.
Yeah,
I mean, how much
I think,
return have they really gotten on the last bunch of them? Like, can you just try something new? I mean,
well, I mean,
annoying.
they're still making the CGI films, which seem to be
Yeah.
liked by an audience enough. They're rebooting the series with was it The Village, and I think it was Resident Evil 7, I think, right? But the last two games they did.
I think
Trying to
8.
go back. Yeah, trying to go back
Village.
to horror. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, franchise never really dies, but
yeah, it was finding a way to keep going.
I mean, number 4 I liked a lot, but
I never.
I don't think they can make that into a movie.
That would be cool though. But yeah, no, the trailer looks, and for some reason they chose the weirdest freaking song in the world to
Yeah,
play.
that was weird.
Hey Manny, I don't think you saw the trailer yet. Do you remember that meme of like He-Man singing? Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
They use that song in there, and
Oh
it's
no.
Yeah.
and all
Really
you
weird.
think of is the meme, and it's like that's a weird fucking choice. I don't understand why you're
Dumb.
doing this. Here.
They're
Yeah,
trying to make
it's
it like trendy or something. It's just dumb.
trendy maybe 15 years ago.
I know.
It's
When does this come out anyway?
November like 24th or something, or 23rd.
Like on Netflix or something? Or what? What?
If this was on a streaming service, which it looks like it should have, I would give it a little bit more of a pass.
How you make
But
it Okay.
I think it's gonna be in theaters. I think it's a theatrical
The
release.
movie? I thought it was a TV show.
No, it's a movie. I generally, I kind of like the cast. um, I don't know their names to save life of me, but the lead woman playing Claire Redfield, I really like her. She was in um the show Skins, I think it was MTV. No, the original one. She was in them Crawl, Tiger House, and a few other ones. She's really good at like action thriller stuff, or like maybe not like like being the action star, but she's good at those kind of roles. Um,
So she's
Wes,
done that kind of thing before.
yeah. So
Leon is so weird. Like, what a weird choice. I don't know.
I mean, again, like the whole I don't know what age they're supposed to be, but I'm assuming this will be like grown ass people in the games, maybe except for like Claire, who's like maybe a little bit younger, but they aged everyone down really really bad. I will say they're trying to make it look and feel like Resident Evil. They they show the police department entrance and it looks just like the game. They make the mansion kind of feel more like the original one from the first one. A couple of nods to like very key moments.
I hope they have the
Everyone-
camera work.
So
Yeah.
Like the camera,
both
like,
locations are
randomly.
part of this movie.
I'm sorry. Let's go to Manny real quick because I think you were both talking at the same time. You were saying something about the camera angles.
I just hope they have like the camera angle like the game, where it's like in a random like corner, like in the
Oh.
kitchen, and they have to walk like all the way on the other side of the room.
That'd be kind of cool. Like if they at least tried something like that, make it horror and the camera's in one spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be very cool.
That kind of just reminded me of Paranormal for a second. Like
A
where
little
the
bit,
camera
yep.
they did something like that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe
Which is a new trailer for Paranormal came out too.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of stuff. A lot of trailers this week.
Next to Kin.
The Dragon Ball
There
thing. The what else?
No,
Yeah.
not a game.
Hero.
Movie.
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 Damn it. Get your media correct.
That does look like a fucking video game though. I'm not gonna.
But yeah, no, I mean, I'll watch it. I'm not too like die hard, so like as long as it gives me some zombies, some cool action, and some monster stuff, I'm good with it. I'm a guy that loves the original movie franchise, minus the last one. I can rant about that for an hour or two, but I fucking hate that movie to death. I hope it dies.
Which movie?
Last one for the Resident Evil films,
Oh,
Retribution.
Yeah.
Poopy poopy trash.
I'll take your word for it.
I like
Ah,
the first
yeah.
3. After that, I'm pretty sure I don't like any of them.
They're definitely acquired taste. They they are for the consumers of trash media, which I do like to partake in myself. So
Which I do declare, I like to take part.
I do declare.
I do declare. But yeah, so that was it for me. Nothing else really caught my eye news wise this week. I think Frank has a piece of news for us, or a rumor of a news.
Sure. I heard that Blade, my favorite character, maybe not my favorite character, but I really like Blade, is going to have his movie next year.
Ooh.
So yeah,
I don't know, dude.
there's
That's
just a
super
rumor
close.
that said it could come sooner than we think, and blah blah blah. But nobody really knows. I would be happy with that.
Yeah. I think we actually saw this from like a article that Manny showed us. It was like, what it was like, India release of the films, or Indonesia. I don't remember where it was. That you know,
Yes.
oh, this is what's going to come out next for this country, and Blade was on there. I'm like, oh shit, which I think we're talking about this right before we start recording. Marvel has always been very upfront with what they're making and doing. You know, they're like, this is coming out, this is doing this and that. And if Blade is coming out as soon as we think it is, or is rumored to be, they pretty much shot it in secret, just said, don't worry about it. When it's time, we'll just drop it, and we'll drop it. Which I think would be crazy. And why, out of all projects, that one? I don't know, but is it possible?
I'm just happy people actually over there are interested in Blade.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he needs the redemption, man.
Yeah. The third movie was not anything special, and the TV show had its moments, but
Oh God, I forgot about
it was,
the TV show.
was it Sticky Fingers?
Yeah.
His blood? Yeah.
They
There
said
was
he had to
a
wear
TV
like
show?
platform shoes and stuff because he
Yeah.
was too short. And
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Talking about the Blade TV show. You ever saw it?
No.
It was on Spike TV.
It was Spike TV.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Got only one season, right? I think.
Maybe two, but it didn't
Might
last
have
that
got
long at all.
two. And
Yeah.
it was like about a bunch of houses of vampires and like, oh man.
Yeah, think of like was it
There-
like the Masquerade or Darkness Masquerade thing mixed with Blade. There's a couple
any
of
cool
good
parts?
characters. Character wise,
I
there's
don't
two
remember.
characters. Action was meh. Sticky Fingers' as Blade was God bless him for trying, but he's no Wesley Snipes.
Nah, he couldn't fill those shoes, even with the platform.
No. It was bad. So so yeah, Blade
I tried to
needs
force
to be
myself to watch it and like it because that's how much diehard I am for Blade. But even I was like, oh Jesus, what have you done to my?
Well, look what they've done to my boy. It was bad. I remember when I came out, I was a younger lad than I am now, and I wanted so desperately to like love it. I'm like, this isn't bad. It's still good. It's still
I
good.
said the same thing. I was like, oh, it's all right.
Mhm. Yeah. Because Blade 2 is like one of my favorite films of all time.
Damn good.
So I'm hoping, and again, with the multiverse stuff coming up, they can easily fit it in where it makes sense. And if they can at least let him be a little more edgy, PG-13, a little bit more, maybe it can work out. Because it's gonna be interesting. Because again, Marvel just has to have its humor in every movie, and that's what I'm afraid of with Blade.
But I
And
don't
that
want it to get too jokey though. You gotta watch it there.
Yeah, like Wesley Snipes was unintententionally funny, but it worked. Just 'cause, like,
It was so funny.
And the fist
What's
pump in the
funnier to
air.
me is all his stories about how he wouldn't even talk to anyone. Like they would try to ask him something, and he's like, he just would leave a post-it note or wouldn't talk or something.
Fucking Sonny in his lap.
Yup. That's when he finds it pretty funny though. Like for real.
For real, for reals.
For real. Well,
But
just yeah, give me Blade. More Blade.
yes,
Give me Blade. Give me Blade now.
While you're at it, make a game too. Like
do
the
you
Spider-Man one.
remember the Blade 2 game?
Yeah, I played it because I was a super fan.
Blade 2 game? On PlayStation?
Yeah, PS2.
Yeah.
It was kind of cool because
Yeah.
the way you attack is like with the stick, and you just point it at the way that you want to hurt something.
It was pretty fun, actually.
It was not bad.
I wouldn't say it's a classic, but it was fun.
Huh.
So we definitely need an updated version of Blade, and just in every media, just give me everything.
And he was in Ultimate Alliance, so I was happy about that.
Oh, that's right, it was. So
Let me choose Blade.
yes, we're big Blade fans, if you can't tell by now. So
Blade until I die. Okay. Anyway. That's all I cared about. I saw that news and I was like, Blade.
This is all that matters. This is all that exists.
Yes, this is all that matters. And they could do a Snipes cameo because he's a Blade from another universe.
What the fuck? Got your mind?
Fuck you out of your damn mind.
I love
Wait, that's fucking funny. Oh shit! The bullets didn't even hurt him.
Some motherfucker was trying to ice skate uphill. Right.
Wow.
I don't think.
Like, shut the hell up.
All right,
Manny,
we gotta move on. Are we done?
You don't have any news for us, right, Manny?
No, I got nothing.
Shit, let's go straight into our nerd outs after all that.
No, I'm kidding.
Just don't bring up taxes, then thing will be. I think Wesley's gonna be fine. Who wants to go first?
So
Nerd outs.
freaking funny. Tax evasion. Oh my god.
It just won't end. It just won't end. Fuck it. I'll go first. For my horror month themed watches, I watched 3 movies, all on Shudder because I love Shudder. I'll go from worst to best. I saw Blood Vessel, the movie about a bunch of soldiers that find their way onto a Nazi ship and bump into a vampire. That's essentially the
Haven't you
crux
seen
of-
this already?
I didn't. I saw the trailer.
think
I
I
wanted
brought
to
it up,
watch it.
didn't I?
Yeah, I wanted to see the trailer. I'm like, this could be really bad or really bad, but in a good way. And it's bad. It's boring as balls. The acting is god awful.
Okay.
There's a character that dies off like within the first like 5 minutes,
Yeah.
and the reaction is like, oh no, oh no. Okay, anyways.
Like potentially the only part that could have been okay about the movie, and they killed his ass.
Yes, yeah, oh yeah, really fast. Fuck, really fast.
It was ridiculous. It was like, let's put this guy who has some kind of name behind him.
Yeah.
It's like, oh nope, he didn't have time. He's dead.
we can only afford it for
Yeah.
an hour. We gotta go.
Time's all we got for this guy.
It's about
how he died.
yeah. The I think the movie's like an hour 43 minutes. The first 40 minutes are fucking boring. There's nothing, there's no build up, there's no anticipation, there's no scares. It's just them doing mundane shit on the mundane stuff on the boat. They're just like,
Mhm.
how do we have gas? What do we do?
Like
How do we
walking
find this? Where do we
characters
do that?
and stuff.
Yeah, it is it's bad. And then once the actual vampire comes into it, the design is okay. It's a little they clearly didn't it's weird because it looks like they have some kind of a budget to afford at least a place that looks like a ship.
Mhm.
The clothes are fine. They
Yeah.
don't look like like they came from like Goodwill. Um, but the makeup on the head vampire is kind of cool when he's in the shadows, but when you actually see him, it's like,
I know. I remember that part where he comes out and it's like, oh wow.
yeah, yeah,
Like just keep him
um,
in the shadows.
yeah, would have been so much better. And then when they have an actual action scene, it's the shaky camera. Go, we got to make it frantic, look like it's like a struggle
More intense than
for
it is
someone's
or something.
when it's really just people going, "Arr, yeah, yeah, yeah." It's like, my
Pretty
goodness gracious.
cheesy.
And the problem is with this type of movie is that there's potential for something really good here, something really fun. I won't say like an Oscar-worthy film or a
No,
classic, but this really could have been something really fun with the right casting, some better, so just a little bit more money put into the effects, and get yourself a stunt team. They could have had something really fun.
like less
Um,
runtime and
yeah, and shit, I mean, honestly, this thing could have been an hour and 25 minutes, and you would have got in, got out. There was no need to drag it out longer
just
than they did.
supposed to be a feature, man, on a ship.
Yeah.
And that's it. You know,
And then
be all
ship
that.
stuff isn't even the ship stuff wasn't even that interesting at all to begin with. um, yeah. So I mean, I'm gonna give this one a hard pass. I mean, if you want something put on the background like during a Halloween party, this will suffice. But past that, I don't see any anyone
I
getting
wouldn't
too
put it
much
during a
enjoyment
party.
out of it. Well, there'll be booze at these parties, so it makes bad movies even better. Um, Moving on from that, I watched a movie that is again somewhere in the middle between not good and not bad. Jacob's Wife. It's a Shutter exclusive. Um, Essentially, it is about the Jacob's wife. Jacob is not a priest; he's a minister, and his wife one day gets bitten by a vampire. The first half of this movie is this quasi attempt of being an a housey film.
Mhm.
Like, oh, what's happening to her? What's going on? Why is this happening? Like, we know what's happening. Just get to the point. Um,
Yeah, I know,
once
right? Like,
she,
why make it a
once
mystery?
she,
It's a
yeah,
vampire.
yeah. I mean, it's in the fucking poster. There's a vampire in the background. It's not that hard to figure out. Um, but once she actually makes that realization of what's happening to her, the movie actually does get kind of better. It gets funnier, like out of nowhere, like it just changes tones and shift quickly. Some of the some of the gore effects are actually pretty done well. It's one of those like trauma film where like it's just blood is splattering out of the person like it's a water gun, just blah, just everywhere. Um, And then we get to the makeup for the main vampire. There's a twist. I don't call it. I guess not a twist, but it's a subversion of expectations, I guess, for who the lead vampire is, and it is kind of cool. And I get the whole concept of what they're trying to do with the story. I mean, they kind of like hammer it home a lot and smacking the head with it, which I thought was fine. It worked. But the makeup for the main vampire is trash. It looks like they just
Damn.
put like it looks like they put some like foil on someone's face and painted them blue. It doesn't look good. Um, but again, some of the effects are kind of cool. Like you see the vampire floating down and it looks kind of fucking cool. It's like, you can afford that, but you can't afford good makeup. You don't know how to budget this at all. And
Yeah.
it's just again, it's frustrating because the second half is really fun with a little bit more budget. I mean, it doesn't have to be like another 50 million, but like just a little bit more money, and you could have had like a little really fun like streaming exclusive thing because I mean, with so as you might notice if you are a Shutter fan, a lot of their exclusives they don't have a lot of money, so they had to put all the money into certain spots. So like certain things really are highlighted, like in the cleansing hour, the practical effects and the makeup are outstanding, but the CGI stuff, it's something to be desired. And my third film, I'll kind of bring up some of that stuff too, and it just it's well written in the second half. Like I said, it becomes intentionally funny in the right way, where like I was generally like laughing and like having a good time with it. Um, it was kind of like it, again turns like this weird Bonnie and Clyde s type of like love story with Jacob and his wife, and like they have to rekindle their like love. It's kind of funny.
After she's turned and stuff.
Yeah. So, um,
Okay.
I
Kind of reminds me
mean,
of that zombie show or whatever on Netflix. Clarita Diet or whatever.
oh yeah. I
Santa
wouldn't
Clarita.
quite go. Yeah, Santa
I
Clarita
mean, it's
Diet.
not going to be good like that or anything, but I
No,
mean,
no.
just concept-wise, I'm saying.
Yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah. Concept wise, I would probably like that. Um, yeah, I don't know. I liked it enough where if someone wanted to watch it again, I would say sure. I wouldn't be like, get out of my house.
Just
So yeah, I don't know. It's fine for a short exclusive. It's fine. I mean, they only charge like $5 a month, so they can only make so much money and put it
shut
towards
her a lot of slack.
yeah. So and which is fine with horror. With
They're owned by AMC. Come on, you can give them a little more money.
you could, but I assume AC's cheap as shit too.
Yeah.
If you're
They're
not
probably
gonna
like, we
bring
own you, but we don't own you.
yeah. It's like you're like a distant cousin. Like we're blood, I guess, but don't ask for money. Um,
Don't ask for money.
yeah, I mean, and I mean, I think of all film types, when horror is given less, you can do a lot with like nothing. So
Yeah.
I tend to give horror a little bit more slack because they usually get nothing. um, Going on from that, the highlight of my week for watching stuff, brand new Shutter exclusive. We talked about it not too long ago on the show. VHS 94 was released today, I believe, if not last night. We're filming on a Friday.
Yeah.
Watched it. I enjoyed it. It was really fun. The stories were good. Um, I guess we'll just kind of break it down real quick. The whole concept of it, of the wraparound story, is that the SWAT team is trying to raid a drug house or a drug ring, and it turns out to be something else like a VHS cult thing. And
Yeah.
throughout throughout the movie, we see these clips. So the first one is called, I think, sewer dweller or like sewer something.
Sewer drain or storm drain or
Storm drain. Yes, thank you. Storm drain.
yeah.
That was the first story. Um, Essentially, this news reporter lady is sent out to do a story on this legend that goes around town, to try and find this monster called the Rat King, which leads them into the sewers.
It was
And
like just Ratman, no?
Ratman, maybe it was Ratman. I don't know. I was thinking Rat King from something else.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And let's just say she gets more than she bargains for. And the monster in here is really cool. I like the design of it. It was very cool.
They almost
The
showed it
story
for too
itself,
long, in my opinion. Like look what we made.
I
Look at our project.
kind of like that because
Yeah.
with the short stories, you won't have that much time to like kind of
That's true.
soak it all in. So the fact that it gives a little opportunity to be like kind of like break down the character of the look of the monster, and like that's kind of a cool design. Um,
Yeah.
I won't go into it because I want people to go in there cold before they see it, but it is
Mhm.
pretty cool. It's pretty unique in the way it looks, and you can kind of tell a story from it, kind of like how it kind of happened there. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Next, we moved on to. I should really have this up. I'm so unprofessional. Um,
Oh, you're good.
so, but the something wake. This young lady. The second story. This young lady works at a morgue, not a morgue, at a funeral home, and
She's like in
she is
training or something.
yeah, she's in training and she's in charge of watching over this funeral wake situation all night. Why all night? I don't know. Um,
Yeah.
and she is being paid extra to record the whole thing, the eulogy and everything. And some weird stuff happens throughout the night, and then in the background we hear storms are coming, a tornado watch is in effect, and all this stuff. And then the climax happens. It's kind of cool, kind of comes out of nowhere, and I think it's the weakest out of all of them.
I like
It
this
just,
one though.
I
But the
mean,
last
no,
one was the weakest one.
I thought it was good, but I enjoyed the other ones a little bit more than this one, I guess.
Mhm.
Like I'm trying to think because like the VHS 2, I thought they were all perfect. This one, they were all very good. This just so happens to be the weakest out of all sections, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Um,
VHS one, I like the road trip one.
yeah,
Like
I
the
don't get.
hotel room stuff.
Yeah,
Somebody's like following. Yeah.
yeah. We won't get the twist away, but
Yeah.
yeah, I would definitely say it's not my favorite. But moving on from that one, because that was really short, it's really straightforward, and there's not much to it. Comes the third story is my favorite. Subject. This is the guy that made the Safe Haven short in VHS 2 with the cult and the compound and that demon baby goat thing. Do you remember that?
No, man. I'm trying to remember.
Ooh, that's my
That sounds
favorite
cool
thing.
and everything.
It is amazing. It's the best segment out of all four movies.
That's from the second one.
Second one, yeah.
Okay.
It took place in Indonesia. Indonesia. Um, it was great. It's fantastic. You should rewatch it.
Yeah, I want to watch the second one
So
again.
the director comes back for this one, and I will say this: he made a damn good Doom movie without even trying.
Huh.
um,
It was pretty
uh,
cool, man. I will
is
say it was wild.
yeah,
At
it's
first, I was kind of like, I don't know about this, and then I was like, whoa, what the hell's going on?
yeah, I think like his section in part 2 was like the longest out of every movie, and for good reason. And this one, I think too, is like the longest, like one of the longer stories in general of the whole series, because
That was on
he managed to tell a lot of story in a short amount of time. And
25 minutes or 20, 25.
yeah, and again, like this one starts off kind of like, okay, you're not showing me a lot. It's kind of dragging its feet, but holy
Like I know
shit.
where this is going, or it's like I've seen this.
Right. Yeah. And then it's like, you have, but not like this. We're gonna pump some stories
Yep.
in this shit. We're gonna go. And it goes, man. It fucking goes.
Oh, man.
Like, no, I mean, like, to be honest, I'm not joking. Like, it felt like a Doom S type movie, and it felt like it looked like it, especially when you come to practical effects, and you kind of
Yeah.
like learn what's going on in there. There's one guy. He has. I'll just say he has two swords. I won't say how or what they are, where they are, but it's fucking cool. I love this. I love this section so much. So much
It was
fun.
cool, man. I really
Yeah.
want to see the second one again now.
Yeah, you should.
I saw the first one like a year ago, so I'm due to watch the second one again 'cause it's been so
Yeah.
long.
Even the third one has some good stuff in there.
Was that
The
viral or was that another one?
that was viral. The alien abduction one. Magician one, the alternate universe one is good there too. In part three,
Is that the one where there's like wormholes or something? And
it was
like,
like a gate that he built in his house,
because like,
and
yeah, that one, yeah,
yeah, that was kind of cool.
yeah.
So that was story three, the best one, in my humble opinion. And then the fourth story is titled Terror. Um, it's 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 trying to be a satire of like these homegrown what are they called? They're
So-called
not,
patriot radical groups or something.
yes, thank you. Yeah, they're like militia groups. They're like America is the devil. We like copy like this must be. We
We're gonna
must
make it
cure.
great again, and we're gonna blow up something in order to do that.
Yeah. It's supposed to be a satire, but it just feels like honestly like someone's like actual home like stuff going on. Like it feels too real. Um,
Kind of,
which kind
yeah.
of which kind of adds to an end where like they all just turn into like bumbling idiots and die. Spoiler, sorry. um,
Pretty funny actually, watching them just fall apart.
that shit was
It's like,
funny.
oh, this idiot fell asleep. And somebody's like, hold your damn fire till I tell you to fire. And of course he doesn't and ruins
Nope,
everything. And then
everything.
and then some guy yells, clear. And this other idiot's like, okay. And he starts walking and then he gets murdered immediately. It's like stupid shit.
Shit, it's funny. I
How,
I think
listen
that's
to this
why
guy.
like I think that this is why I like this one a little bit more than the second story, just because the like radical turn of like, man, they're dumbasses and they're
Yeah.
dying hilarious because they're morons. It's funny to me. Um, and
Say though, the creature was a little like when it attacks, it felt so weak. I was just like, oh,
it,
like,
it it felt like it was playing more than it was like eating or fighting. I
yeah,
guess it's like yeah. I'm
nibbled
like
somebody. It's like, oh, okay,
it's it's like you taste good. I'll save you for later.
puppy
Um,
nipping, huh?
yeah, but it was cool because again, like with mythology, you only have so much time. So like I love like they kind
Mm,
of built the monster how it works, but we had no idea why it works or what it is. But that's
yeah,
not the point. You know what I mean? And it's like
makes it more
I
scary, right?
yeah, makes it scary because you have no idea what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's why I love anthologies in general, and I love the VHS franchise. So I'm really happy that it's back. I don't know if they'll make any more. I'm hoping this is a hit for Shudder, because I would love
I
more of
mean,
this
this
to
seems
get.
like perfect, right? Like Shutter
Yeah,
can like every once in a while put this out.
yeah. And it's kind of tying what I was talking about Jacob's wife. You will definitely tell this is a lower budget out of all three of them, but I think
Mm-hmm.
it works in its favor because like some of those like cheesy like 80s 90s practical effects like look kind of helps make this movie better because
Uh-huh.
it feels like it's not taking itself too serious and it's just having fun and because it knows what it is with this one. It's not trying to do anything like groundbreaking. It's like, listen, we're here to have a good time. Here's some
Yeah.
crazy stories, some weird shit, and enjoy. And that's what you gotta do with this type of movies. Like, I love The Conjuring, but that has its own place. I love like psychological horrors place, and this is just stupid, fun, over the top crazy shit, and it has its place, and it
Yeah.
needs to stay in its lane. You know, I think three was especially the wraparound story in three was trying to do something, not well, but trying to do something. This one, listen, man, we just want to kill some shit. So,
Yeah.
um,
That was fun.
overall, overall, I give this a high recommendation, especially for the spooky season. You'll have a lot of fun. If you love horror, you'll definitely really enjoy this. So, take that for what you will. And those are my
Was
what's it?
are the other VHS and Shutter or just
I didn't check offhand. Probably not. I don't know if they're even streaming anywhere currently, but I'll keep you updated once I find them out. So, because I'm done with my nerd outs for this week.
Okay. Yeah, mine was VHS, so that was my only nerd out.
Oh,
That's why
oops.
I kept interrupting you because I was
Oh.
like I couldn't help but comment. I was like, oh yeah, I thought
I,
that too or whatever.
I feel like a dick because I was talking the whole time about the whole movie. Sorry, do you have anything else to add to that?
No, man, but I liked it that way. Just kind of make comments about it and stuff. That's all I really had. I mean, the second one I kind of liked it because of the isolation of it,
Sure.
and I like when there's environmental reasons. Like, I kind of like the fear of Mother Nature a little bit, like where it's like it's so cold outside that you'll turn into a freaking popsicle within 5 minutes, or there's a insane storm, but that's not even the worst of your problems, kind of thing.
Right.
So I like the second one, but overall, yeah, I mean, it was pretty entertaining, and it felt very much like the other one. So if you had any interest at all in the other ones, I think you'll be pretty happy.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just purely about having fun making like crazy monsters, and at times it felt like you were like on a 3D tour of a haunted house, like you were being guided through a series of rooms that would try to scare you and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
like fun from that.
Yeah. We didn't really talk about the wraparound story, which was holy hell. Again, that was just there to get us from point A to point B, and then give us like a shocking ending. It's fine. I mean, the wraparound stories are usually the weakest out of everything, just because it just has to be there to be there.
Yeah.
So, but this one was cool.
It was
Yeah,
better
like
than the other ones because some of those were just like some fools are like in some kind of bind and they're stuck in a house and they keep watching tapes and it's just kind of like
yeah.
this one has at least had a little more to it.
Right. Yeah. So, I think this is a big step up, or or moving in the right direction for VHS in general.
Yeah.
Definitely,
It's
definitely
fun
want more.
footage. I don't
So,
know why. I continue
yeah,
to like them. I don't care.
yeah,
Like guilty
I love
pleasure.
it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Um, yeah. So, do we have anything else to add to that, Sir Franklin?
I like it. It's fun. And I definitely want to watch some of the other ones again.
Two nerds give this a thumbs up. Yeah. So I guess we'll toss it over to Manny for his nerd outs.
I technically really only just have two. One of them is like a baby nerd out that's going to grow into a big nerd out. But today is October 8th when we recorded this, and Metroid Dread came out, and I got super excited because I completely forgot about this game.
Yeah.
So I bought it. It's on my Switch, but I haven't played with my Switch. And woo!
Yeah, right? It's been a long time.
So that puppy has to charge. So I can't wait till start playing that. And then the other two are kind of like TV shows. Well, Violet and I did watch a movie. Oh my god, what was the movie?
You watch Guilty?
Yes, it was Guilty.
It was good. It was a good movie.
And it wasn't too bad. It had Violet and I kind of entertained. It was one of those movies where we're like, oh, she wants to watch this one. Okay, we'll put it on. And then we ended up watching the whole thing. So it wasn't too bad. We saw it. It was all right. Yeah, not really much else to give to it. There is a twist.
Yep.
Not a bad twist.
Pretty good.
Voice acting was okay. His acting was pretty good. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Worth a watch if you got nothing else. And then I went into the craze and I am watching Good Games.
Mhm.
And before we started recording this, I am on episode 8, which is the second to last episode, and I was like 3/4 done, I want to say.
Liking it so far?
I do. I think Violet and I are probably going to watch it again, but we're going to watch it in Korean, so we could actually hear how the voice actor, or not voice actors, how the actors actually sound. Just read the subtitles. Just because it's been so big and all that, like we kind of want to hear what these big actors sound like. But it's good. Like there's some twists that I kind of saw. There's twists that I haven't seen like before, and so it kind of keeps you guessing almost. And it kind of keeps it fresh, especially the games. The
it's
games
cool
have
because that's not our culture, you know.
Yeah, and
we don't know some of those games.
Well, I mean, for the most part, but you're right. But it's some good stuff. Not the, I wouldn't say that's the best Netflix show to ever come out. But I like that Netflix has a little bit of like an international feel to it, and that people even who normally don't watch international stuff, Netflix could get them to watch it. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's kind of, I was surprised how it exploded that way. I was like, I
Me
saw
too.
it and I was kind of interested because of that weird image, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I put it on the list. I never watched it. Then people wouldn't shut up, and it was number one. I was like, okay, fine. Here we go. Let's check this out.
Yeah, I can't be that person that just takes a chance on it. I really can't.
If I do, it'll be a very short chance. Like I'll be like, you got one episode, man. Better pull this off, or I'm gone.
Was there a game in the one? Yes, there was. There was a game in the first episode. So yeah, yeah. Red light, green light. But good stuff, man. I could see season 2 happening. So far, I'm not done with it. I could see season 2 happening.
Good. Yeah.
We'll see what happens in the last episode. And then talking about episodes of sorts, I am trying to speed through Sopranos so bad. I have not watched the movie yet. And I hear
make like a Sopranos Kai or something, so you could like get through it quicker.
The abridged version.
We have to make a day off be Sopranos Day. Last night I did finish season 4, so I am 5. So there's 3 seasons still.
Oh, geez. How many episodes are there? Like 10 or
13?
Okay.
13.
That's some hours to put in, but
I have till Halloween because
the movie's not out yet, right?
Yeah, it is. It came out last Friday or 2 Fridays ago or something.
Oh, okay.
So I got work.
Oh, and then there's a clicking. There's a clock ticking, right? Because they're gonna take it off.
Yeah, October 31st is when they take it off. So, yeah. Yeah. I've been watching it on like my tablet while Elena watches like Bluey or something.
Yeah.
The problem is that I have to watch Squid Games, and so I'm trying to like get Squid Games out of the way so I can watch Sopranos. Right. Violet won't stop talking about Squid Games. Yeah, she did.
Pretty cool.
She did.
I like it.
And I almost didn't think I was gonna watch it because she like killed it so fast. Like she took all night to kill it.
Did she like rewatch episodes with you because you were trying to catch up?
Yeah, she's doing that right now.
But she liked it then enough to, keep watch the episodes again.
Yeah, she's open to all that kind of stuff. If it's a good show, she'll watch it.
Yeah.
She watches novellas right now. Like I don't know how she finds them, but she watches them.
Yeah, I was thinking about that for a second.
Like I mean, meaning finding them, like which ones she knows are good. Like when she starts one, she's like, "Oh, I know this is gonna be good."
It's all those years probably watching it with her mom.
Probably, and then something with Twitter. Like she's still connected with like the like Mexican Twitter, where like there's a big actor in a novella. She knows
They
that.
cross over to like
Good.
American movies, and you're like, "Ooh, I know that mofo."
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. So that's it for my nerd outs.
Cool.
Cool.
I think everybody
yeah.
had some good stuff, actually.
Oh, you guys, I missed Venom, right?
Did you, thought you talked about it last week, no? Because then I got really down the rabbit hole wanting to buy the figure.
Oh yeah. Never mind. We did.
Yeah.
It was last week. Damn, that was already a week.
I know, right?
Yeah, I know.
Weird.
It's crazy. Time flies when you're having fun.
Well, September didn't really happen, in my opinion. It was just like September 1st. Hell no, October 1st.
Wake me up in September,
What?
and then damn, you didn't.
Oh damn, we didn't wake him up.
Oh boy.
Wake me up when September ends.
I wish I knew what you were talking about so I could laugh.
What?
Jeez.
Oh my
How do you
god.
not know Green Day?
Green Day?
Yes. Green Day.
Oh, the band?
No, the fucking
Oh,
parade.
so you
Yes.
have to say.
Wait, what?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, so you're saying I'm stupid that I didn't know it was the band? Okay.
Well, I mean, you said it, so you know.
I know the band, but I mean, I don't.
Well, clearly you don't.
Well, I mean, it was so popular in high school, but I just wasn't paying attention to that.
Like, no.
Yeah.
Too good.
One
I was
September.
like, I go to Tokyo. Do-do-do-do-do.
Fast and Furious!
I don't want to hear that Green Day shit.
You were into the imports. I'm not gonna lie, that was actually a fun time. We used to read those art magazines, and I think G4 and it's like Saturday or Sunday mornings used to have like their like car shows, and we used to watch.
And why you guys were into that, I
Yeah.
guarantee you, wasn't even because of Fast and the Furious. It was because Need for Speed Underground.
That was
Part
a
two.
damn good game.
Yeah.
So
That
good. That was fun.
Dodge, I think it was a Dodge Neon was always the first car I always picked in that game. I souped it up as much as I could. Had the best basics.
It never recovered from that. Like it was never that good again.
No, never.
Oh.
Unfortunately,
It peaked like 20 years ago.
they burned bright and that was it. Never reached the heights again.
Burnout was pretty good. Do you guys remember Burnout?
That was fun. Yeah.
That was great.
Burnout, super fun.
Yeah.
Super.
I forget what it was. I love the game mode where like you would like run, you would race down a hill, and your object was to like crash into many cars as you could and rack up points. Yeah, that
was
was
Burnout, was it? Oh no, maybe not.
It was Burnout.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I forgot which one, but yeah, it was like
It was like
Burnout, like crashing and all that.
yeah.
you like explode enough cars or something, and you get more points. Or whatever.
The funny thing is, oh my god, I have to look at the graphics for Burnout because I remember they're like, whoa,
Yeah.
this is so good.
Well, there's so
It
many pieces breaking off and flying
Look how
around,
many, yeah.
explosions, and it was
I
cool.
think it was 360 version. It was like this looks damn good. Was it right?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
I
No, yeah.
like the Paradise City
I
one.
bought it.
Like
I bought it
open
on
world.
GameCube.
Oh, GameCube. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
Now we're talking
Burnout
about the old
2.
days.
Yeah, man. That's. I love when we talk about
Oh
stuff.
my god, graphics are horrible.
Yeah, there's no way they hold up. Your mind, it's weird how your mind like makes it feel like it was so amazing.
Well, I mean, to be
You
fair,
go-
it was.
It was, but it's like
And
it ages well within your mind.
sure, and I think, and unfortunately, a lot of things are meant to stay in the past, especially when it comes to nostalgia. But those memories will be there though. It's just like having a lot of time, having a lot of fun.
Burnout.
Shit, I mean, for
Burnout was
like, yeah, like Need for Speed, we used to like Me and my friends used to like get candies and snacks and like hoop and win like in a drag race or like circuit race. It was always
Yeah,
fun. Shit was
that's cool.
fun.
Yeah, there's always the social stuff too. But yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, I still think that the Xbox 360 is one of the best consoles ever made, in my opinion, just because of
Oh yeah, man.
the online aspect. Because we always had the 64, which is great for in-person stuff, but when we actually got to online, could play with anybody anytime. Gears by far was some of the best
Man,
memories ever had.
Halo
Uh,
2, Gears,
play,
ridiculous. It
Halo
feels like
3 with
the industry, that's where it peaked, man. It was like, I
yeah.
mean, you had all the best games during that era.
Yeah, they were just fun. They were exciting to play. You were excited to like play the next one.
Yeah,
There wasn't this looter shooter shit and like this. Oh, let's just copy the hot new trend and just make a battle royale game or make this type
just
of
Battle
game.
Royale. Yeah.
It was like different shit that we got. And it was fun. So
And it's like they're afraid to spend money now. They don't want a failure on their hands.
yeah,
They release half-baked products and they're like, oh, we'll build it up as we go. And it's like,
I was pissed.
you just,
Like
everybody gets pissed. And it's like the game fails because you released the minimum that you
definitely.
could, and everybody's pissed. And then they don't stick around until you make it what it was going to be or whatever, or the greatest thing that was going to be.
Yeah, like I'm not paying 60 something plus dollars for a game that
Yeah.
won't be fully released until 3 years later. But no.
Well, yeah, and it's like 3 years later, it's finally amazing. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, I don't give
Like,
a
fuck you.
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's everything you hope for.
Like, I forgot this even existed. Don't even bother.
hmm But
I mean, games don't really last that in that way anymore, I don't think.
yeah,
I don't.
usually
And
one and
now they're
done.
just remaking all the
Good
classic.
ones.
Like they're like, oh, let's go back and remake Knights of the Old Republic, or let's go remake Mass Effect,
Yeah.
because we're
Which
not putting anything out anywhere near that quality anymore. Let's just
yeah,
remake what we got.
I'm thankful for, but at the same time, it's like, can you just make a new style of that? Just make it
Yeah,
updated, a different game, something like that? No, no, okay,
there's
that's cool.
certain games that I just can't replay
Yeah, it's
because
hard.
of time, and then also it's like I already kind of like I don't want to like rewrite what I already kind of have in my head. You know what I mean?
Right.
Did you didn't purchase Mass Effect?
I did not. No, because there was no chance I was ever gonna play those 3 games again. It's like what, freaking 150 hours.
Did you, Sonny?
Not yet. I'm waiting for Christmas as a gift for myself to buy it, but
It'll be
I don't know why
deals,
for
man.
Christmas.
Buy
But
2
I'm
get
saying,
1, and
yeah, it'll
it'll
probably
be
be
ridiculous deals.
but I am gonna buy it because I usually play those games once a year, just because I'm like, this is amazing. But till that time comes, I shall sit here in my
Well,
memories.
that was fun to talk about that.
I was. We need to do that more often.
Yeah.
um, shit, I almost
Do it
forgot.
every episode.
Yeah. We have one last thing to talk about with the what if episode, episode 9, spoiler talks. I don't think we'll have too much to say. Well, maybe. What the hell do I know?
We
So
always say
if
that.
you haven't, if you haven't watched episode 9, the season finale of What If, jump off, go watch it, come back, or we'll see you next week with. I have no idea what we're talking about because there's not much coming out. We got if we can see Halloween or something, but no guarantee. So
Yeah.
come back and screw it. We'll just talk about more all stuff from our childhood. Um, so we'll give you a couple seconds to jump off real quick. Thank you guys for listening. If you're gonna join us next week, we'll catch you then. Cool. It's just the cool kids. So let's go ahead. Let's go talk.
No, it's just cool.
What if episode 9, or I
What
guess
if?
episode 8, part 2, technically.
Did you guys
Yeah.
ponder the question? What if?
I did ponder the question, and I would just
Many
run.
times.
Wasn't it, you were making fun of me one day, Sonny? You were like, "What if Nicole had pushed you out the window that one night or something?"
Because I think I think the clip got deleted from Instagram. It was this drunk guy at a party, and his friend grabs him from behind, and they fell backwards out the front window. I'm like, what if Frank? What if Nicole did push Frank out that window on that cold night? We must ponder the question.
What?
But no, so this one is a part two to the episode 8. We pick up right where we left off there. Um, the Watcher has come to the evil-ish kind of Doctor Strange that ruined his own universe. Asked him for help, and we find out that all the stories that we thought were standalone were not standalone. They were connected to a bigger story. We just didn't know it yet. He the Watcher plucks certain characters, so Captain Carter, Star Lord, the Chadwick Boseman version, Party Thor, and an episode we didn't get to see, Gamora with the Thanos armor. It just kind of happens. Plucks her out, and then plucks Killmonger from his episode to make Guardians of the Multiverse team. Essentially, this is like Avengers 5, just sped up in about 30 minutes.
Yeah, it was pretty sped up. It was cool though. I mean, I wasn't expecting that, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, it literally came out of maybe not a lot of left field, but I didn't see it coming there. So.
Doesn't that mean he broke his oath?
Technically.
So it's kind of like if you broke your oath, why don't you just go for it then? I mean, you already broke it. Why don't you just help them?
Yeah.
But I guess he saw everything coming though, because at the end, I hate to jump like that, but
I mean,
but at the end,
this was just a big giant fight. So
yeah.
I
love the action. There was definitely a bunch of wow moments where like I actually rewound it a couple times and I was like, I need to see that again one more time.
Yeah. Again, I can bark about their business practices and shit like that, but Marvel knows how to hire people to do the right job because there was gorgeous this episode, the action, the colors, the lights, the movement, everything was fluid. It was a great episode. It was fantastic.
Yeah, man. Like all the motorcycle stuff with Widow. I was like, man, that looks good. And like just the speed of it and the little effects, like the dirt that gets kicked up and
yeah,
everything about it. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah. And again, minus Party Thor. I fucking hate him.
Man,
the episode was pretty played up pretty straight. There wasn't a lot of Marvel jokes in there. It was like we gotta fight and that's it. We just gotta start punching shit. And I kind of appreciate that. And that was always one of my problems with Marvel in general is their need to just cram in jokes to make things light. Because I mean, not every movie has to be dark, but I mean, if I remember leaving Infinity Wars, the movie theater was silent. Everyone just was speechless. They like it was great to be in that moment because it's like for the first time people aren't laughing and talking about it. They're like, holy shit, he won.
Remember when he said this, or yeah. It was more like, geez,
it was amazing to experience there. And I would kind of like some more of those moments. Again, not doesn't have to be in every movie, but like it kind of cuts a lot of the tension and the like threat in there when it's just joke after joke for me personally. But
yeah. It feels like they do it and then they get real intense and then They do it once more and then they get intense, kind of like that.
Yeah. So, but Ultron's a bad dude though, man. He's really good. And Doctor Strange,
Cool.
woo, Doctor Strange has got some power. If
Yep.
he ever wants to go back, we're all fucked.
But he's got to be more powerful than the Doctor Strange that we know is, don't you think?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, he's 100% stronger.
Yeah. I mean, he
It's
basically
cool, man. Like
ate
how
him,
the tentacles came out, and I'm like, oh my god, it's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
which is funny because that might be the same monster from Captain Carter's episode. But yeah, I don't know. That was kind of cool little touch.
It is the same
Yeah.
monster.
Yeah.
I was so,
That's
but
too much of a coincidence.
yeah. So like that's cool. I like that. That was a cool touch. Um, but yeah, and then at the end, surprise, they win. Um, I don't think that was ever in question, but um,
Yeah.
they all get kind of put back into their universes, with the exception of Black Widow, because in her, everyone's destroyed. And they actually throw her. He just throws her into the Hank Pym episode where he kills most of those heroes, and she gets to have a second chance, and that was kind of
Yeah.
cool. And then even in this, like Captain Carter gets her like end game moment, kind of
Mhm.
like, oh wow. Now it wasn't as earned as this one, because obviously we didn't have like 20 plus years of movies for Cap to like get his dance, but that was a cool
Yeah.
little thing for her, because again, like they're basically the same characters except she has boobs. Um, but overall,
I
though,
like her a lot though, like as Captain America. Like,
oh yeah, she's great.
but is she? She's not even called Captain America though, right? Like,
No,
or is
she's Captain
Captain Carter.
Carter. Yeah,
she's just Captain Carter?
not Captain Britain, but Captain Carter.
Yeah. Sort of cool to relive some of those old moments, but now with a little bit new lens.
Yeah.
Maybe not too new, but a little bit.
New enough.
The boat scene where the attack on the boat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's her now, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's cool stuff. Like cool touches. I guess I want to kick it up to individually to you guys. I guess I want to hear from Manny. Overall, what are your thoughts to this potentially first season? Because I'm almost certain they're gonna make a season 2. But what are your thoughts overall? Like satisfied, happy, you wanted more, or?
For what I got, I'm happy with. Yeah, for what I got, I'm happy. And I know there's gonna be a season 2. This is like endless.
Yeah.
Unless depends what happens in the movies. I just wonder if any of these characters are kind of gonna ease into the movies. I think the one character that will is the Watcher.
Right.
Everyone else, I don't know how they can come in for the most part. Maybe Strange. I can see how Strange comes in. I don't know, but I like it, man. I would probably have to give it maybe like a 7 out of 10 for the series.
Okay. Yeah.
Like overall series, yeah, we'll go with that. I'm pretty happy with it. There were definitely episodes where I was like, ugh, I just wasn't that, I don't know, impressed. And I love this one though. This was so damn good to me.
Yeah. Kind of in the same boat. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed more episodes than I didn't. The action in general for majority of these episodes were great. They definitely didn't chintz out on it.
Mhm.
Like I hearkened, I think, either on our chat or last week. I kind of wish it was more just standalone stories, but the fact that it is tied into everything else is fine. We just have to watch more shit just to stay up to date. But for versus Avengers, basically, this was really fun. How we got there. Everything happened too quick, but when you have 22 minutes to figure it out, you do your best.
Yeah.
But yeah, I give it a probably I give it a 7 out of 10 as well overall. I enjoyed it more than I didn't. So
Yeah.
Here.
I'm a little surprised what they were able to pull off.
Yeah.
Because I think on paper it's a lot to do.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be like, what? We could do all that?
Like what?
Oh, in the hell do you
What'd
do
he
that?
say?
But I guess the advantage is that it's building from some established stuff. Like, you don't have to overly explain Captain America or Black Panther or Thor. You can just
Right.
kind of say, yeah, we're grabbing these 6, and you kind of already know a lot about them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what the stones are, you know what this is, you know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe, it helped them a lot not to have to re-explain a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I think this is a good series for people who are super novel to like Marvel stuff. Like they've only seen like the big movies like Avengers and Iron Man and maybe Captain America. Or someone who's interested in Marvel but doesn't really know where to start. If like, hey, listen, if this is something you just want to see, if you'll even consider liking it, maybe just watch this. Because again, like I said, it kind of explains everything enough where you kind of get a taste of it. You don't need to, have the full rundown and everything. It's fun, it's entertaining. You're in, you're out, and it's a nice little watch. So
Yeah.
yeah. So if you have any friends on the fence about that, offer them this and see what they think before you say, hey, watch these 20 plus years of films and characters and other stuff, and you might want to read these comics just to get a better understanding of this and this and this and this and this. Let's just start off slow and just watch What If.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't see the point of speculating on anything because I mean, although this is canon and everything, they may not even breach over to the main universe yet, or maybe later, or maybe just a little cameo. So, I think we're kind of all good on that.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So, this might be a little longer-ish episode, maybe. If you stuck around to the end, we really do appreciate it. I know I appreciate it. I know they appreciate it. We appreciate it. Again, this is just something we do aside the hobby. I know if we buckled down, we would give Joe Rogan a run for his money, and I believe in that because you got to dream big, baby. But overall, I'm just having fun talking with this stuff about you, stuff with you guys, because usually we would do it over a big liter of beer while there's a band playing, but can't do that no more. So
Don't
we'll
remind
have
me.
to, yeah, we're gonna have to do it again soon, some way somehow.
Yeah.
That being said, guys,
I guess the only alternative is go to actual Germany.
yeah, right. I guess a road trip, 3 nerd style. But keep it spooky, guys. Still the season for spookies and scaries, so enjoy the fun times, and we'll catch you next week. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. 3 Nerds on a Sunday. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and any podcasting app of your choice. Like, share, subscribe, rate, all those catchy words. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. Leave us questions. We have no problems answering questions. And with that being said, guys, thank you. We'll catch you next week. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.